Well, hi there. So in this video, we're going to be doing some practice related to the idea of the firm moving back to a long run equilibrium where the firm was earning a profit or a loss. So let's get started. With the first picture we're shown is a picture of a market and a firm, and this firm is earning a big old profit right here to here to here to here. So this firm is earning $2 profit there times 10. We got a whole bunch of other things that we need to do. So we're gonna take a look at that, right? Let's see, answer or calculate the following for this firm. Total revenue. So total revenue is just our price times quantity. And so the price here, $10 times the quantity, 10, that's $100. Now total cost is going to be our ATC times the quantity. And so we know we're producing where MR equals MC at quantity 10. The ATC at quantity 10 is 8. So we're going to say 8 times 10 is 80. And then we can kind of do our profit here as 100 minus 80, right? So TR minus TC. And so that's just $20. The profit or loss per unit we could find in two different ways, right? We could actually look at it and go, bam, there's that profit loss per unit, because it's actually the difference between the price and the ATC. So we could just look at it and say 10 minus 8 is 2, right? 10 minus 8 equals 2. The other way that we could do that, right, if we wanted to, is we could say, well, we're taking the profit and divide it by the total product. And in this case, that's 20 divided by 10. Well, that's still going to be $2. So we can figure out it in a couple of different ways. Now, number 5 says, now show the long run adjustment back to equilibrium on both the market and the graph. So we know that Mr. DARP is going to end up coming down, and it's going to actually hit right here on the bottom of kind of that ATC line. And that's going to be caused by this supply increasing, right? Woo, that's a huge increase in supply as Mr. DARP basically falls back down. And so Mr. DARP's going to go down, our price is going to go down, right? We're going to increase the quantity in the market. And this firm is actually going to stop producing 10 units. Now they're going to produce only 8 units. That's where they're going to profit maximize. So we'll ask things here. What's the new profit maximizing price? Well, that's going to be $7. The new quantity, where MR equals MC, is going to be 8. And now the profit, 0, right? In long run equilibrium, they don't earn anything, normal economic profit. And at equilibrium, will new firms be entering? No, they will not. No. So hopefully we're able to kind of tackle that one. The next one here on the graphs at right, draw a market and a firm and a loss and show that adjustment back to long run equilibrium. So again, my recommendation when we do these, if they're losing money, it's because maybe there's a lot of firms. So we're going to go all the way over here and go, wee, Mr. DARP. Hi, Mr. DARP. You're my friend. I like you. You're so nice to me. Thanks, Mr. DARP. Oh, thank you, Daniel. Draw some graph, QM sub 1. Put a little marginal cost in there. Oh, that's nice. And then we need to show that it's losing money. So we're going to stick that ATC there, right? And we want to show that maybe they're losing money here. QF sub 1. So that's the original kind of loss, right? And I am shading it here just so you can kind of see what happens. As these firms are losing money, then the supply curve is going to actually shift to the left. And I am kind of working backwards again. You can see that I'm anticipating where is that Mr. DARP going to go? And then I think about, okay, how far back do I need this supply curve to shift so that my price goes up to the right spot? And again, what's really happening is the supply curve is moving first, right? The supply curve moves first in the actual example of this, but it's a little bit easier if you work your way backward. So demand, and so the second price is going to be higher, and that clears out actually that loss. So this firm will generate more units of output. The market has a little bit fewer. All right, and then the last part of this one is just a review of, do you remember the profitability conditions from the last unit, which you learned when you learned costs, but it was pretty abstract at that point. You didn't really have a graph in front of you to help you think about it. We know that now, if price is bigger than ATC, they are earning a profit. And we know that if it's equal to, they're earning normal profit, right? When price and ETC are equal, it's normal. If the price goes below the ATC, that part, we know they're losing money, right? And if the price goes below the ATC still, we know they are still losing money. Now, will the firms temporarily operate at a loss? Not in a loss, not in a loss. And then here we have our kind of test. And we know that this is saying that the price is in between the AVC and the ATC. So actually they will operate And then this one, the price has fallen so low, they will shut down. Shut down. Now, the last question here actually more relates to the first one here. Will firms enter or exit in the long run? If there's profit to be made, there will be firms that enter. If there's break even, neither. And in the long run, if this is a kind of permanent condition, even if they're kind of operating temporarily at a loss, because of the economic loss, actually firms will exit in the long run. So even if you have a scenario where they're temporarily producing at a loss, they're still losing money from an economic standpoint, and so they should exit the market. They should find something else to do. So hopefully this helped you in terms of practice with shifting back to long run equilibrium. I'll see you next time.